hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Welcome to Des Moines Public Works, and welcome to the beginning celebrations for National Public Works Week. My comments are going to be very brief, which I'm sure all of you are going to be happy for, but I do feel the need to say a couple things. I'm going to introduce some folks here that are with us that you may or may not have been introduced to over the years, but I want to say a couple things about what you do. A function that I think most of us take for granted. I say that as a taxpayer and somebody who has the privilege to work with you. I take for granted that my water's going to run, and I'm able to get on the street safely, that my sidewalk's okay, that my trees are trimmed, that the gutters in front of my house have been swept, that the streets are safe, that my sewage will get treated, that my garbage will get picked up, my recycling will get picked up. We do, day in and day out, you do day in and day out, basically three things. First, infrastructure repair. We often take for granted our streets and bridges, sidewalks, the hard infrastructure that's so important to what Des Moines is. Look around, for those of you who haven't been down here for a while. Look at how this area of town is changing. Look at the cranes in the air over here. And anybody trying to come from the south, just trying to get to where we are right now, knows this city is changing. This is a neighborhood that we have been in for many years, and now the neighborhood's frankly getting too big for us. We're going to be leaving it eventually in the next few years, but we're basically a victim of our own work. This city is improving, this neighborhood is improving. Des Moines continues to progress, and it's because of the work you do. So infrastructure repair and infrastructure maintenance, very important. One that I think most people associate you with is emergency response, and I'm not talking about the national paranoia about somebody behind a rock about ready to blow us up, but the real difficulties that we as Iowans face, and that's weather-related. Windstorms, snow and ice, floods. These people in this area are the ones who are always the first responders. They're the first on the scene, they're the last on the scene, and they're the subject matter experts on keeping us safe from what Mother Nature throws us in terms of weather. And third, and equally and probably growingly important, are environmental services. These are the folks who take the things from your house that you don't even want to think about. Your sewage, your trash, your recycling. Who make this city the beautiful city that it is. Who trim trees, who clean streets, who work very hard. I know that you're not going to see many as you go around and look at the bumpers of our employees here and their pickups and SUVs and sedans. You're not going to see many Greenpeace or Audubon Society bumper stickers. Those folks have a real place, but the real applied environmentalists in this community are the ones you're looking at right here, who do the hard work to make this community livable and beautiful and a place that folks want to live. So give a hand to the real environmentalists who are working right here. Again, I want to thank each of you for your hard work. It's my pleasure to be associated with you. For many years now, I've had the opportunity to work with most of you. I can't tell you how pleased I am about the work you do and the pleasure it gives me to talk with residents about the work that you perform. What a great and beautiful day to celebrate the beginning of National Public Works Week and the work you do for the folks who are most important, the people who pay the bills, the Des Moines neighbors that year after year have sponsored this on our behalf. Let me introduce some of the folks that I know that are here, and I am likely to miss some, but if you just wave to the folks so they can put a name with a face. Liz Rush from Magnolia Park. Brian Millard. Brian, I saw near his bike. There he is. Hello, Brian. Lee Barber from Riverbend. Marilyn Bruce, I saw from Capitol Park. Marion Whistler from Beaverdale. Della Swanson from Beaverdale. Jan Wilson from Magnolia Park. Jane, and I'm sorry, Jane, I'm going to mess this up. Linthicum, just like it looks. Linthicum from Merle Hay. Mary Keebles from Merle Hay. Kim Hansen, who will be talking in a moment, from North Grand. There's Kim. Susan Birch from Grays Woods. Karen Shootman from Grays Woods, saw her out here earlier. Linda Adamson from Grays Woods. Shalee Keenan from the Neighborhood Resource Office. There she is. Joanne Hanover, I saw. Joanne, there we are, having a donut. Way to go, Joanne. Councilman Skip Moore. Skip, I remember a year ago when we were here, I introduced Leisha Barkis, who was, I think, I'm sorry? Who's that? Who's that? Your opponent, Skip. Skip, as probably most of you or all of you know, is one of ours, and always welcome to see Skip here. Truman McKern, I saw Truman here earlier, one of our retirees. There he is, holding up the dumpster with Andy Foster. Thank you for that, Truman. You're assisting. Okay, Andy's leading on that one. Harley Donaldson from Valley High. Harley, thank you for coming. Mike and Stephanie O'Neill from Waveland. There they are. Good morning, good morning. Darlene Allen from Mondayman. Darlene, she was here earlier, or somebody signed her name. Doug McBride, our photojournalist expert, on dangerously perched over there on the table, and Marcia Steele from Union Park and from the historic East Village is here. So give those folks a hand. They pay for this every year. What great support we get year after year from those folks. Let me turn over the microphone, as it is, to Ms. Kimberly Hansen from the Des Moines Neighborhood Resource Office, and have her tell us a little bit about their role. All yours, Kim.
Thank you.
You want to put the line after you're done?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. As it's always hard to follow Bill, but we are here this morning in conjunction with Des Moines Neighbors. The Neighborhood Resource Office is a small nonprofit that is around to support the 55-plus neighborhood associations in the city of Des Moines. And we have always felt that we needed to thank Public Works for all that you do. The neighborhoods work with the teams in the neighborhoods each year, and then also with Scrub Days, which, you know, when I began working in neighborhood work, and you think, well, we'll have some events, and you think, well, let's do a potluck, let's, you know, do garage sales, but nothing will ever top Scrub Days. Whoever thought throwing away trash would be the most popular thing for neighborhoods, but it is. So thank you so much for all your support. Quickly, I just want to acknowledge the staff of the Neighborhood Resource Office, Robin Hamill, and she's our Thrivent Programs Manager, and Shalik Keenan is our Programs Coordinator. Next, I'd like to introduce Brian Millard with Des Moines Neighbors Board of Directors.
Thanks. Is Bruce Braun here? Can you raise your hand? I retired Bruce Braun recently at a neighborhood meeting. It was an accident. Hey guys, the neighborhoods appreciate you. We appreciate the boots on the ground, the guys and gals that actually take care of us. You know, this is the most accountable department. When we contact Public Works, it gets done. We don't get excuses. You know, we don't get reasons that it can't be done. Public Works always finds a way to get it done. These neighborhood leaders are just a small share of all the neighborhoods that appreciate everything you guys do. You know, don't think for a minute that we don't appreciate you and we don't know who you are, because you guys are the ones that make our lives easy. So with that, we appreciate being the kickoff to this week with you. We wish you all the best, and thanks a lot.
Thank you each and everyone for being here today. Take a few minutes to introduce yourself to the neighbors, get something to eat, work hard, work safe, have a good time out there, be careful, and again, thanks very much for your work.